Hello, it's Jan. Welcome back to the channel, and I've got a little shopping haul. It sounded like I was saying a little one. It's not from Lidl. This is from Sainsbury's. I just had a blood test earlier, so I popped into Sainsbury's just to pick up one thing, and this is what happens. This is how it all goes wrong. I just don't know how to pick up one of anything anymore. Got a couple of bottles of milk there. That'll last us just probably about 4 days. Some peppers. Then I've got the little pita breads. We have one of these each for our lunch every day, so I like to keep loads in the freezer. They're 50p for a pack of 6, so they're quite cheap. They freeze really well. I got a loaf of Hovis because I just like to have a loaf of bread in the freezer. We don't eat very much bread at all, but it's nice if you fancy a piece of toast or a sandwich to just have one that you can just pull out of the freezer. Now this item, I've never seen this before. I've got no idea how long they've been doing it for, but this is 8 chicken breast fillets, and they're all individually vacuum sealed inside the bag, ready for the freezer. And for a long time, I've bought a big tray of chicken breast fillets and then vacuum sealed them at home and put them in the freezer. So it just seemed to make sense to buy them like that. I think they were the freezing breast fillets, they were $10.99. And then underneath them I've got chicken thighs, and we've been buying these for Oakley because he had a bit of a tummy upset when he started teething, so we moved him from his kibble onto we were just been doing him fresh cooked chicken and rice every day with carrot and sweet corn and an egg. He's such a spoiled puppy. That was pretty much the diet that we had our old yellow lab on when he had a stomach cancer. And at that particular time you couldn't get the vet formula special food, so we just started cooking up our own. And the vet was actually amazed at how long we were able to keep him going without him losing an incredible amount of weight. With Reckless, we just cooked all the food in the morning, divided it into 5 portions, and then fed him little and often throughout the day with those 5 portions. The baked beans there, that I just knew we've been several times recently, so I've got no idea how many are in the cupboard, but I thought we probably need some more. Same with the tea bags. Didn't really know, just thought we probably need some more. And I like to have sausages in the freezer, and I'm pretty certain they've all been used at the moment. So these are just Sainsbury's own brand. We've got beef, because I haven't had beef sausage for a long time, and I do like a beef sausage. And then we've got pork sausage, and those are Cumberland pork sausage. So just different recipe, but pretty much the same thing. I picked up some pearl barley and some split peas because I like to throw them into soups and stews and things. Shh, don't tell Neil because he doesn't like them. And then I've got some salad cream there because my pita that I have every day, I like to have a boiled egg mixed with some salad cream and some cheese that we'll get to in a second. And then here we've got 3 different bottles of chili sauce, and there's a reason for that. I've been buying this one, which we both really like, but the problem is Neil eats it a lot more often than I do, and you know, when I say, oh, I fancy some chili sauce, you know, there's nothing left of it. So this time when we went shopping, he picked up a bottle of the Nando's just for him, and I picked up this small bottle just for me, so that there's something in the cupboard. Even if he eats the other 2, this one is now forbidden for Neil, so that if I fancy it, I know there's going to be some in the cupboard, and then we don't have to worry about fighting and arguing over it. But it's like hot chocolate, you know, we buy different brands of hot chocolate, so that if I fancy one, I might only have one every 6 months, but I like to know it's there if I want it. Then washing up liquid. I hate running out of washing up liquid, so I buy several at a time, and I have recently gone from Fairy Liquid, which I've been a lifelong user of, over to the Sainsbury's own brand. I like the lemon one, the original green one, and just got that one today because it's a different colour, different smell. And what I used to do with the Fairy is I used to buy all the different scent ones, so you've got all different colour bottles, and then line them all up behind the sink, and it just looks so pretty having all these different colour bottles. But the problem that I've found with Fairy Liquid is it is so concentrated, it doesn't kind of lather up very well in your washing up bowl. So I'd end up diluting it and trying to not waste it. Whereas this one just kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it just lavers exactly the way that I like it without having to dilute it or do any, or add water into the bottle or do anything with it. And it is so much cheaper. So I'm now a convert. Got a few bananas there. There were only that bunch and one other that were nearly edible. All the rest were totally green. Then stocked up on some cheeses. I've got the own brand cheese because it's every bit as good as the dearer brands. I've got a couple of mozzarellas there because if you're doing macaroni cheese or anything like that and add in some or put some mozzarella on the top, and it just goes all gooey and lovely. This is the one that I like mixed up with the egg. This is just like a salad cheese. It's like a feta, that type of cheese. And I have some of that mixed up with the boiled egg and the salad cream in the pita bread, and then that's my lunch. And then just a matured cheddar, straightforward matured cheddar. Bought some butter, just Sainsbury's own. It's now about £1.74, which when it was up to silly prices, didn't know it would ever come back down to this, but I remember buying it at £1 a pack. But you know, like I say, I'm just not quite able to pick up just one. You know, these are all things that we use and get through. So that to me, it doesn't make any sense to have to keep going to the shops and wasting time and fuel getting to the shops when you can just, if you've got enough room in the fridge or the freezer to store it, why not have it in stock? Which is probably how I started my prepper journey in the first place, with just having it there. And then just bin liners. These are the cheapest ones that they had. I've got no idea if they're any good or not, but I find it a bit disturbing that we're not allowed to just throw rubbish in the bin. They seem to insist on it being wrapped up in plastic. You know, when I was a girl, your rubbish went out to the dustbin, and the dustbins were just tipped out into the lorry, and it was all loose. So I don't know why we all have to spend out a fortune on plastic bags now to preserve our rubbish forever. I've got just 3 bleaches there. And then next to it, that's just disinfectant. Because the dogs go in the garden, it's only a small garden and we've paved it over because they go out for walks. You know, they go to the lake, they go to the forest. But if they need to go out to relieve themselves, we need to be able to go out and clean it. So every day we use a whole bottle of disinfectant, which is why I always pick up at least a dozen. And then there's one a day we go out and just slosh it all over the paving, got a yard broom, give it all a good scrub and then hose it off. And then it keeps the garden smelling okay and keeps it hygienic for all of us. So that's it for the Sainsbury's haul, and the all of that came to, let's have a look, see what did it come to. You'll probably see it before I do. £97.34, which actually I'm surprised it's that good actually because of all that chicken. Yeah, because that's about £20 worth of chicken there, £20 in money worth of chicken, and probably about 2 kilos there of chicken. But yeah, I was quite pleased with that. And then Neil had got himself a couple of bits as well. He got some cream for his coffee and some coconut oil for his coffee. And then yesterday we were in the pet shop, so I just picked up 24 tins We generally feed kibble unless they're on a home cooked diet, but I just like to give a little bit of meaty flavour to it, so it gives it a little bit of interest. Also, the other thing we do is when we cook up the chicken for Oakley, we just boil it in water, and then I save the water and we use that to pour over the kibble as well. It's got chicken juices and chicken fat in it, you know, it's as good for them as anything else, so it just gives a little bit more flavour to it. And then if you're wondering, those bits there are just some disgusting things I bought for the dogs, not from Sainsbury's. They're, you know, dog treats, but they're, you know, like chicken feet and wings and animals' ears and horrible things, but you don't want to see those, but the dogs love them. So that's the video for today, little shopping haul. And I've still got to go through all my freezers and do a proper inventory and see what I actually need to be buying. And of course the prepper pantry, I need to go through the entire prepper pantry, do a proper inventory, see what I've got, see what I need, and we can take it from there. So for today, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you know other people who like videos like these. And I'll talk to you again soon. Okay, take care, lots of love. Bye.